Hi everybody, Mark Lawrence once again for the college football videos here at Playbook.com with my top tips and observations on this week's college football card. And please note, this week's video is dedicated to my good friend Larry Miller, also known as Southern Comfort, who passed away this past Wednesday. Larry and I were good friends, handicapping allies for the last 30 years. He'll be on God's football team now. You're in good hands, Larry. Rest peacefully. With that, let's move on to the college football card and take a look at the quality on the football card this week. How about 18 teams that are playing as dogs with winning records? That all ties into my college football underdog game of the month going Saturday. You can get it now online, pay after you win at Playbook.com, or take advantage of a $99 football weekend of winners, including the college football underdog game of the month, when you call me toll free next at 1-800-321-7777. Looking at the college football studs and duds, our number one stud play has to be the Georgia Bulldogs, who opened up the season with a loss and have stormed back to win every game since, each of their last two by 3 points on the final plays of each game. The Georgia Bulldogs, a top stud. The number one dud would have to be Southern Mississippi, who laid 16 points last week against Florida International, lost the whole game straight up, and has now lost 17 games in a row. No doubt about it, Southern Mississippi, the number one dud in college football this year. Moving on now to my college football top stat play on the football card this week. It comes from our midweek alert football newsletter, our statistical newsletter. You can get a copy of that now online at Playbook.com. The midweek informs us there are 4 college football teams this week that are laying points that are leaking oil, those being favorites that have been outgained in each of the last 4 football games. Those plays this year are a perfect 6-0 by fading these favorites. One of those plays happens to be Connecticut on the football card. We'll fade Connecticut for a top stat play. Our top value play on the college football card today happens to be Kansas State, taking 17.5 points against Baylor. Remember this, last year Kansas State was a 12-point road favorite at Baylor and lost the game. Now they're playing with revenge. Baylor playing their first road game of the season. We'll fade them and make Kansas State our top value play of the week. And be sure to call me now toll-free for my $99 football weekend of winners at 1-800-321-7777. You'll be glad you did. For the college football videos, until next week, once again, this is Mark Lawrence reminding you to always remember to bet with your head, not over it, and good luck as always.